Currently 6:08 a.m. We're up, about to just chill, do some journaling, and then hit our little 1 mile run. I ended up falling asleep during my quiet time, and I hit a little walk instead of a run, which my goal is not necessarily to run a certain speed or to get necessarily better at running, just to get consistent. And I feel like whenever I get out in the morning, go do something that most people aren't doing, and it just mentally kind of resets you and puts you in that mode to kind of go work or, I don't know, go be excellent. So, well, anyways, we're back at the crib, showered up, gonna hit some coffee. I'm gonna, if I have any food left, I might not have any food left. I might have to go shopping. I gotta send a package for eBay. Today we're just gonna be doing some back end work, and then a little bit of door dashing, pay the bills. I'm gonna be doing a lot of work on our website in the next couple weeks just to get it super dialed in, and then I'll leave the last week of February to go on a little trip, a solo trip, plan kind of our year out for Scrub and do all that good stuff. And yeah, make some coffee.
I really wanna tell you this. You like a song, I can't resist. I can't believe you're just for me. I say it all the time. You try to talk like you're in this mess, and I would lie if you look like shit. You want for me like third degree. You say you mean it.
We had all the time in the world. What you need, nicotine. Used to drive around when we stop, make a scene.
Arrived at Aldi. About to go get some food for the week. Before that, I wanted to talk about, I was reading my Bible this morning, and this applies to you if you're religious or not. In the book of Daniel, first chapter. So basically, have a kingdom, or a king overtakes Daniel and his homies, and he was like, they were feeding them the royal food, training them up in their own kingdom by their own ways, and they're like, yo, we don't want the royal food. We want the vegetables. We want water. Compare us for 10 days compared to the guys who were eating the royal food, which was like probably really fatty meats, a lot of wine, cheese bread, all that good stuff. I don't know exactly time periods. I'm not going to pretend I'm a theological or historical genius, but a lot of probably overly processed. I mean, maybe not processed. You know what I'm saying? We got a lot of bad food. You got all natural food. And Daniel says, like, yo, let us eat the water, let us eat the vegetables. Compare us to the other homies after 10 days. See if we can hold up. If we can hold up, let us keep doing our thing. Because they had different laws, Jewish laws about stuff they could eat, crap. So, the homies in Daniel, obviously, more nourished, look better, water, their immune systems are healthier because they're not drinking alcohol and eating a ton of bread. So, 2 thumbs up there. And then they went in and they learned a ton. They got put, at that time period, in the libraries with the king's library. All the knowledge was available to them, and they're very diligent in their studying and learning. So with all of this, the king, ends up obviously rocking with Daniel and the homies. And then a ton of bad stuff happens. The king has a dream. He's freaked out. He has all these like sorcerers, magicians, astrologers come in, try to interpret this dream, and he's like, yeah, you guys can try to interpret it, but if you fail, or if you tell me it can't be done, I'm going to kill all of you and burn your house to the ground. I'm cutting you up into little pieces. Very intense. And I was like, dang, I'm reading this, and it's the Bible, so it's usually like, when I think of the Bible, like, to be honest, I'm usually bored. It usually bores me. But this is actually really interesting. So then he's like, okay, the magicians can't interpret it. They're like, no, this is, nobody can do it. Nobody can interpret this, blah, blah, blah. So the king crashes out and he's like, kill all the wise men. So they go to kill, Daniel and all his homies. And Daniel's like, asked the guard, he's like, yo, why is he having such a harsh decree? Why is he trying to kill all of us? Tells him the story. Daniel goes, okay, let me see if I can interpret it and interpret the dream. And Daniel goes to all his friends. Number one, community, very important. Community. This gave me a lot of perspective on this because I usually don't care about hanging around people that much. goes to all his homies. He says, let's go. Let's pray together that the Lord will help me interpret this vision and do this. So, boom. Well, obviously, the Lord does it. Works out great. But all of that to say, the practical things I learned from this, are Daniel. It wasn't a moment. It wasn't like, oh, Daniel hasn't been doing anything. Daniel's been sitting down. But now they're going to kill Daniel. And Daniel goes, help God, save us. Which obviously is all God's power that did that. But Daniel obeyed God way before then, which gave him the influence and gave him the ability to have the respect to talk to the guard. And then to go into the king's palace and say, hey, let me do this. His preparation plus his community, when an opportunity came, allowed him to have success in that area. And so in applying that to my life, what I've been thinking about is I don't know exactly, when that big moment's going to come. But I know diligence and obedience and being surrounded by good quality people is what's going to allow me to succeed when that opportunity does come. And that opportunity might be window cleaning. It might not be. It might be something completely different. But I know the hard work and the inputs I'm putting in right now and keeping my body healthy, stretching, my shoulders messed up, my hips messed up right now. But, being very diligent in my recovery, because I don't know if it's going to be a physical opportunity or a sales opportunity or whatever. But something to think about. Preparation, diligence, obedience, and good community. A lot of times in the Bible and different things. Go watch any movie. Rocky, what does he do? Starts eating better. Gets around quality people who want to see him succeed. And then gets an opportunity. It's over and over and over again. It's put right in front of your face. That's the formula, So just one thing I've been thinking about and just allowing, being able to apply the Bible in practical ways and obviously in your spiritual walk. Like the messages in the Bible are very powerful in and of themselves, but then if you add all powerful, all loving God, all knowing God on top of that, man, it just changes your whole perspective. But yeah, so now I'm gonna head into Aldi and get some grub. So badly need a tripod and a mic, but okay, what we got? First of all, you got the Aldi brand Bloom, 180 milligrams of caffeine, no sugar, prebiotics. Don't really care about the prebiotics, good amount of caffeine. It's enough. What I don't like about Blooms in cans that are 12 ounces, if they have 200 milligrams, because it's not a lot of liquid. I drink it really fast, hits me really fast, and yeah, I just don't enjoy it. I like a little 16 ounce can, but since that one's only 180, it works out. Next thing, Aldi, $14, $2.99 per pound. It's like a little bit more than gas, but it's gas for your body, and it's $73.27. So not crazy, but we're bulking. So the fat, I'm not really super actually worried about. The only thing that stresses me out about that is just gut health, and it just makes my stomach hurt. It makes my whole tummy hurt. I'm just kidding. I'm not a weakling. Next thing, Aldi brand Mexican style cheese, a blend of Cheddar, Monterey Jack. Good stuff. Tortillas, and I have rice, and I have Chipotle seasoning, and I have eggs. So we're gonna make 8 huge burritos, cut them in half. I should have got tin foil. Shite. Dang. Okay. Well, forgot tin foil, so I kind of cooks that a little bit. That leads me to the conclusion that I might just cook the beef right now, make one burrito, eat half of it right now, half of it later. That'll save me some time today. We'll roll with the punches on that. And then I'll just have a big bag of ground beef, and then I can make every burrito fresh in the morning. Yeah, we'll do that. Okay.
All the time in the world, what you need, nicotine. Used to drive around when we start, make a scene, make a scene.
Do you like the way
So cooked 5 pounds of ground beef. We got about a cup of ground beef, 2 eggs, some cheese, tortilla. I didn't buy any salsa because I forgot. Should have made a list. So we're gonna eat it dry, but I'll look up the calories later. Probably like 40 grams of protein, 500, 600 calories, something like that. So pretty ideal. Drink the energy drink and then watch a YouTube video and then do some door dashing. Just hopped off a meeting from one of my side hustles. I do some appointment setting in the construction niche. So I help basically guys who do kitchen, bathroom, house remodels, just get more jobs, a lot of contractor stuff. Hopped off a meeting, sold 9 deals last week, or not last week, at the end of January. So super good on that. That should be a nice check coming in. But yeah, we just finished door dashing, hopped on a meeting. Lowen just pulled up, so we're probably just gonna chill a little bit, do some back end work. I'll be doing some more DoorDash and some more website stuff tonight, so I'll probably film some of that. Hit the gym. I should be a big boy and film some of that. I need to go buy a tripod. So, and I need to ship this package, eBay. So, moving like crazy today, but it's good. Also, slide in the comments right now. I'm trying new filming stuff. So like right now, cameras, it's my iPhone 13 mini. So the camera's set up a certain way. So if you guys like the coffee little edit thing, this kind of style, let me know. If you have any critiques, let me know. Hit me on Instagram, hit me on in the comments. So yes. On the way to hit a little left on that grind. I'm getting a haircut on Thursday. So here's a little lift montage. Let's finish up the lift. About to get some grub. Might mess around. Pretty nice. Mess around and get to do a little door dashing. That's basically it for the day.